Hi everyone, my name is Kayla Ashworth, and this is my husband Thomas. We've been in the ward for 3 years, and we have been Sunday school teachers for the past year, and we've loved a lot of every minute of it. We were asked to talk about this week's Come Follow Me, um, and I was going to start, and my husband had another thought. So this week we learned about Alma 8 through 12, and Alma 8 is when Alma is coming and he's spreading the gospel, he's being a missionary, and he comes to the town and he gets rejected. Even though he had these strong promptings that he needed to go to the town and preach, it didn't take, and so he was turned away. And then God told him to go back. He goes back and he finds Amulek, who was his best missionary companion that we see throughout the rest of Alma. And the thing that really stood out to me was just how we don't always know the big picture. We don't always know how our actions are going to affect the future. It's like the drop in the ocean, right? Where the drop goes in the water and it creates waves, and those waves make a difference, all because of that one drop. God does know the big picture. So when we go out and we try to invite others to church, do our missionary work as members, and they reject us, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. God does have a plan and a purpose, and if we follow those promptings that we have, we'll be able to see that purpose one day.
Yeah, and just going along with that message, we know that Alma and Amulek, they were rejected, and they may have feelings like sometimes we have, maybe when we do missionary work and we get rejected. But I want to share this quote from Gordon B. Hinckley, and he says, "You have not failed until you quit trying." And so I think that's really important to keep in mind. I also wanted to just point out that in Alma 9, verses 9 through 10, we kind of see that the people had to be admonished by Alma and Amulek for hardening their hearts, and Alma basically said, "Have you not forgotten about Lehi and how he led his family out of the wilderness, and all these things happen? Have you not forgotten these things?" And it just kind of got me thinking, well, one of the reasons they harden their hearts is probably because they're not reading the scriptures. They're not reminding themselves of these experiences. And so I think one way we can make sure we don't harden our hearts is to make sure we follow those promptings, or the heedings of we heed the words of the prophets and read the scriptures, because there's plenty of promises that if we read the scriptures, we'll be able to feel the Spirit and have that in our homes. And I feel like you can't ever be way too far off if you keep up with reading the scriptures and praying, because those are the methods that God has provided for us to communicate with Him. So anyways, I know that to be true, and we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
So we look forward to seeing you soon.